Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Everybody, how you doing today? I am Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports, trying to get my headset to stop going to my phone. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all come on in the building. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking 3 topics today. We're gonna be talking 3 topics today before we got the game 4 night. So hold on, let me make sure I get it up in here. Make sure. Here we go. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all come on in the chat. Y'all come on in the chat. This Keisha will Cut the Ish Real Talk Sport. Thank y'all for rocking with me today. Make sure y'all hit the like button on this live. Also make sure y'all share, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna let some of y'all get on in here while I work my little baby magic. Y'all come on in the building. Come on in the building. I'm going live today. I'm going to talk about Shedeur Sanders possibly being QB3 again. We're going to also talk about the WNBA All-Defense teams because they were announced today. And also we're going to talk about Adam Silver speaks on the WNBA Tension. So while I wait for some of y'all to come in the building, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Let me know how y'all day is going. Say something to me in the chat. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And make sure y'all share. And if you're over there on Twitter, please, if you're over there on Twitter, please come over here and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you can always get the notifications. Y'all come on in the building. Y'all come on in the building. I think the first thing I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to go ahead probably and get I got to turn my phone off. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get I'm going to talk about this first because I'm going to go ahead and talk about Shedeur Sanders first. What's going on, Patricia Burton? How you feeling today? I hope you having a good day. It's been a crazy day for me, but I am here. What's up, Dynasty? Y'all come on in the chat. I see y'all coming in the chat. Y'all come on in the chat. I'm going to talk about Shedeur, the WNBA All-Defense teams, and then I'm going to talk about Adam Silver speaks on this WNBA Tension. I'm doing okay. I'm out here in these YouTube streets. You know how that is. Trying to make it. Have some real talk with y'all. What's up, B. Bickham? How y'all doing? I give y'all a couple of more minutes to come on in the building. How y'all doing? What's up, She Wins? What's going on, She Wins? What is up? Okay. What is up? We had a lot of stuff going on in sports today. And I am going to talk about, first thing I'm going to talk about is this Shedeur Sanders. I want to call it a debacle. It's what I want to call it. That's the first thing I want to talk about, this debacle, because Shedeur Sanders, everybody heard that Joe Flacco got traded. He got traded to the Cincinnati Bengals, I say about 24 hours ago. And everybody jumped to the immediate conclusion that Shedeur Sanders would come from being a third-string quarterback all the way up to the second-string quarterback. But it seemed like they still playing in that poor child's face. I don't know what it is. It just seems like there's something else going on in Cleveland that I don't know about. But I am going to play what the head coach had to say today about elevating Shedeur from third string to second string. And then we're going to talk about it and then I'm also going to play what Deion Sanders had to say, about it, because of course the media was going to ask him during his media session with his college football team. They was going to ask him about the trade of Joe Flacco, who is 40 years old. I mean, let's be real, he didn't have a great first 4 games. He kept turning the ball over. If it wasn't fumbling, he was intercepted. I mean, everybody knows he's a Super Bowl champion. It's just that he's an older statesman, and it didn't work out for him. They ended up benching Joe Flacco for Dylan Gabriel, and then now they traded Joe Flacco. So originally, Joe Flacco was the starter, then that was Dylan Gabriel, and then that was Shedeur. Then they benched Joe Flacco, elevated Dylan Gabriel to a starter, traded out Joe Flacco, and Shedeur might still stay at that third string, which is crazy to me. But let's listen to the coach. That's why we're here, because I need y'all to help me understand whether my boy get done wrong or what's going on. Here we go. Let me move my step to that, and then I am gonna bring up old Stefanski with his little special sale. Hold on, where he at? All right, here we go. Well, okay, here we go.
Decided if Shedeur is going to be your number 2 active quarterback for this weekend yet?
Well, first I'd tell you is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us, and it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and of course our team. But with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that, because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
The drawback to doing something like that?
Yeah, I trust in all of our players. I trust in their ability and those type of things. I just always want to set our guys up for success.
Hey, I thought you said 6 o'clock your time.
6 o'clock your time. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, we live?
Yes.
Oh, my fault. Shoot, I just walked through the door. All right, come on, let's go. I'm good. My fault. I ain't even know. I thought we was in the backstage still. I'm glad I ain't say nothing inappropriate.
Duvall just runs up in my spot and just act like he own it, y'all. Never mind. Let me replay the fantasy. We talk about Shedeur Sanders possibly still being QB3, and we listen to the coach. Hold on.
Yeah, I got you.
Decided if Shedeur is going to be your number 2 active quarterback for this weekend yet?
Well, first I'd tell you is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us, and it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and of course our team. But with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that, because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
Okay.
The drawback to doing something like that?
Yeah, I trust in all of our players. I trust in in their ability and those type of things. I just always want to set our guys up for success. Bottom line.
You didn't plan on trading Joe Flacco?
No.
Sound like to me, I'll go first, or I mess with you, Duval. Sound like to me, Stefanski was blindsided with trading Joe Flacco. Sound like that was a decision probably by the GM. And he doesn't really like Shedeur Sanders. So when the reporters are asking him whether he's going to elevate Shedeur Sanders to the number 2 spot, he's non-committal. They asked him again, what would be the reason why you wouldn't do that? He cites that he's trying to develop Shedeur Sanders in some type of way. He want to make sure he be mindful of his development. There's another quarterback I think they got somewhere. I think his name Bailey Zappi or somebody. He's a veteran. To be honest with you, the bottom line of this, and when we talked about this earlier, is this coach he don't like Shedeur Sanders. He was pushed on him. The fact that you got rid of Joe Flacco, and I get it that they probably did call, the Cincinnati Bengals probably did call because they need a quarterback. But he acting like he was blindsided by the GM, but he still don't know why anybody would be asking him would Shedeur Sanders be elevated. It's just very weird, this Cleveland organization. It's like the coach is doing one thing, the GM is doing one thing, and the owner is doing his own thing because, of course, it is his team. But they don't seem like they're in sync with each other. They seem like they're a very poorly run organization. And I hate to say that about an NFL team that makes as much money as the Cleveland Browns do. But to have this coach out here as their mouthpiece when they know their fan base is looking for something to believe in, looking for some kind of spark, looking for anything. I think even Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders are in a bad situation. What you think, Duval? This guy, I don't know.
I would say this. As far as Dylan Gabriel, I don't think he's in a bad situation as of yet because they did want him. That's the person that they personally chose. So I think he's in a good situation until they decide to move on from Stefanski and get a new coach in who will want his own quarterback. But
once you finish, I'm gonna tell you why I think he might not be as good as you think. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't think he's any good at all.
But no, I'm talking about in a good situation. I'll let you finish cooking and then I'll tell you why I feel that way.
No, I don't think he's in a good situation at all, and I don't think he's any good at all. But he's the guy that they chose.
True.
So they gonna try to give him every opportunity to succeed as far as the leash of playing the position. They will look past his mistakes and chalk it up as rookie jitters, among other things. Now, for Shedeur, if he don't become the second quarterback by this weekend, he need to ask for a release. But not Joe Flacco, but Bailey Zappi was a quarterback that was formerly of the New England Patriots when Matt Jones was there.
Yes, he was.
So he's at this point in his career, he's a journeyman. So you already know what you have with Bailey Zappi. Zappi ain't going nowhere. If you cut Zappi tomorrow, nobody will not want to unless they have a QB emergency and then you just need a backup just to have a backup. But he's not desired by anybody in the league as far as somebody's prospect. And so if you don't put Shedeur as the number 2 quarterback this weekend, just release him. Allow him to find his own team where he can have the opportunity to interview an organization who will choose to sign him that will give him the opportunity to play and develop him.
Yeah.
Because this clearly not the case with Cleveland. And so if that's the case, I wish you just move on and allow somebody else to have the opportunity to give Shedeur Sanders the reps and the development he needs to
succeed.
Yes. Matter of fact, I ain't the only one that's feeling this way. I think I sent you something this morning with I want to say with Deion Sanders.
I got it.
Oh, you
Being
got it?
asked. Yeah, I was gonna play that after.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
I'm about to say that would add to this situation. I believe I sent you that this morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get to that, I think that would really add some more context to how everybody involved feel about the Shedeur Sanders situation with Cleveland.
And I want to tell you the reason why I feel like Dylan Gabriel is not in a good situation either, because even though the head coach likes him, he still got this fandom of Shedeur Sanders over his shoulder. So if he don't knock it out the park these next couple of weeks, that fan base is going to be clamoring for Shedeur Sanders. So that organization has put Dylan Gabriel in a bad situation, in my opinion, because they drafted him and then they drafted a guy that everybody thinks is better than him. That's number one. That's just that. But I want to get to this other point I was going to say. The other thing is this, the ball. Next year, the Cleveland Browns, and I ain't even talk about the other quarterback they got that's injured, Deshaun Watson. We ain't gonna get to him. But next year they got 2 first-round picks. They need to really be trying to develop these 2 guys to see if either one of them are the guy this year, so they can know for next year whether they need to move on and use those first-round picks on another quarterback. But they so dysfunctional, they don't even realize they need to figure that out. Because you got Dylan Gabriel sitting there, you have Shedeur Sanders sitting there, you bring in Flacco, you bring in Zappy, you might make Zappy the second QB, right? That's not good for Shedeur Sanders' development. He needs to be the 2, so he'll be ready to go whenever they have to make the switch or want to evaluate him. Then the next season, you need to make a decision whether if those 2 are not your future, whether you need to draft your future, because there's some quarterbacks coming up next season. So all around, to me, it's just poor management. I don't know how you figure out by not with Joe Flacco. To be honest with you, I don't even, because we said this before, I don't even know why they started with Joe Flacco if they thought Dylan Gabriel was the guy. But I digress, the ball. Let me play because I want to make sure, because you right, the ball, in this aspect. His daddy tired of let me bring this up. Here we go, y'all. This is what Dion had to say.
Yeah, I got that text during practice.
I was just wondering what your reaction is.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care about him. The rest of that mess, I don't, okay? I'm a coach trying to win just like they're trying to win games. Yeah, I got that text during practice.
I was just wondering what your reaction is.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care.
Hey, Tony, the ball, is that the sound bite you was looking for?
Hey,
That man said he don't care.
you don't care.
Yeah, that man said he don't care, y'all. He got his own football team to deal with. He not messing around with that mess that's going on in Cleveland. He got a text from his son letting him know that Joe Flacco was traded, and he don't have time for that mess that's going on in Cleveland.
He don't.
What you think the ball about his comments?
Like I say, he knows what's going on inside the organization. His son is telling him everything, and so from that standpoint, he's over it. The good thing about Dion, he do have some friends in the industry. He do have some friends in other organizations that might give Shedeur the opportunity to really showcase his talent and give him the opportunity to play. I mean, there are going to be some teams next year that are going to be in need of a quarterback. You know, say you can look at the Miami Dolphins with Tua and his injury situation and lack of productivity. Maybe New Orleans Saints might circle back around, and if they don't get a pick high enough to pick a quarterback, they might, give Shedeur an opportunity to try to let him see what he could show in a dome situation, which should showcase Shedeur arm strength and arm ability.
Yeah.
Then we got the Arizona Cardinals. I think that Kyler Murray experiment has started to go stale at this point. I think the Las Vegas Raiders with Geno Smith, he clearly not working over there.
No.
And Shedeur Sanders have a great relationship with Tom Brady, and so Tom Brady is the minority owner of the Raiders. So maybe they circle back on him and give him an opportunity to play with them. And who knows? You might see a team like Tennessee because Karen Ward is awful. And
he has not been impressive. That is for sure. He is not.
He is god awful. And usually this is today's NFL where you don't have to wait 5 years anymore. Because back in the day they used to give these quarterbacks these big contracts coming out of college, and you have to stick with them regardless because of the money you had to pay them. Not no more. They'll either salary in a quick fast and a hurry when it comes to rookie quarterbacks that's not productive. Because what you basically paying rookie quarterbacks, even in the first round, is backup quarterback money. So they're quick to move on from a Karen Ward if he's not showing any progress or anything like that. Or even a team like, let's just say in the same division, on the Indianapolis Colts. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones is not the long-term solution. If anything, he's the temporary solution.
He's been playing well, though.
He playing well, but next year, next year ain't promised. You get a Shedeur in there and Daniel Jones go back to being Daniel Jones, and you have somebody that's a prospect, see what he could do. So there are going to be enough teams out there where if Shedeur wants to ask for a release or Shedeur asks for a release during the offseason, he has the opportunity to pick his destination, to pick his location. And I don't want to forget about the Carolina Panthers because I think that Bryce Young experiment is kind of.
Oh yeah, he's not it.
That experiment kind of like failing.
That's just my opinion. I know they got a lot of roll tide. I get it, and they say I be hating, but
nah,
I don't see it.
And so that's another place where, again, it will be enough suitors out there where he can go into somebody's camp, even if he's not competing for the starting job, but he's a backup initially with the promise from the organization that he would get opportunity to play if the starter's not performing at a high level.
I'm with you, Tony. I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all? I don't know if she said she might be still working on her system. Do you like the comments, Devon? Do you think it's too flippant?
I don't think it's ideal based on who he is, but I understand his frustration.
Gotcha.
Because he frustrated for two reasons. One, he feels like fairly or unfairly that his son was blackballed in the draft, where he was a first-round talent, where he was a top 5 talent before the season. Even after the season, he was looked at being in the top 10. To going into the 5th round, like he already felt like, hey, it was some
BS going on.
Not only BS, but hey, put his son in his place type of mentality. And so when you got that, and then on top of it, he go on to an organization that clearly don't want him. And so I think that's a double frustration from Dion's perspective, and so I understand why he's dismissive, flippant, blunt, and upset because he felt like his son got a raw deal all the way around.
Yeah, he did. I understand his frustration. I'm with you. I understand his frustration. I just hopefully he can keep. And I don't think it was a bad response. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it was a bad response. I think it was just straight to the point. Look, I'm worried about my own football team. I care about my child. I'm not worried about what's going on in the organization because that's not my business. So I get it. I just want him to, not give them ammunition. You know what I mean? Because these people are just waiting on, in my opinion, they waiting on ammunition to use against this boy for whatever reason. I don't understand it at all, but for whatever reason, I think it's a good thing that he's like, I'm staying out of it. I don't care about that. I'm just a father when it comes to the Browns. I ain't speaking on them, period. So.
And all of that, you got. I was gonna say, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. I was gonna say.
Oh no, you good.
What you got to factor in? This is what really probably makes him upset, and this is the thing that nobody's not talking about.
What?
Shedeur made $4 million in college last year off an NIL deal. He could have came back this year and made another $4 million, and probably would have came out in a first round in this next year's draft because this draft is good as not great. And so This is a good, not great draft. And so in that case, he could have made another $4 million come back to school instead of coming out and then being embarrassed in this manner. It just
it's bad, man. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just we gonna be we gonna move on because I want to make sure we get out here in time. But I just hope at some point we get to see Shedeur prepare. In the week in practice with the ones, and hopefully get his chance to at least showcase a little bit what he can do. Because I don't know how you're gonna develop him by keeping him at the 3 position. Because the QB2 is the backup to the starter and does everything pretty much what the starter does in practice leading up to the game, so they could be abreast. I don't know why you would even think about Zappy in this situation. But hey, they don't pay me the big bucks, so we moving on.
Before you move on, reason why I said that QB3 is a bad idea for Shedeur anyway, because what are you saving him for? You might be fired this year. So then what? If you fired this year, the next coach gonna want his own guy. So what are you saving him for? It's not like you was a rookie coach this year when you know that barring that something don't be disastrous, you got another year.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you really saving him for?
And then on top of that, the other guy, Dylan Gabriel, Stefanski, they are calls for his job.
Yeah.
He's the one that likes you. I'm not sure if the rest of them do in the organization.
Especially the players. I think the players like more Shedeur than anybody. So
and you're gonna be the starter this week, in the next coming weeks. But it's a lot of mixed pressure on him, Duvall. Because Stefanski, a lot of people talking about his offense, and a lot of people talking about him winning 4 games in like the last 23 starts, and it's getting fun. It's getting funny for him. So I don't even know if Stefanski makes it through.
Care about him.
I don't know
if I'm a coach trying to win.
I don't know if Stefanski makes it to next season. But I digress.
Let's move on.
We're gonna move on. Hey y'all, guess what?
What?
Moving on. The defensive teams came out for the WNBA.
Yeah, I saw that.
And all defensive first team. We got Fee, Alana Smith, which made sense. She was co-defensive player of the year. AT, Gabby Williams, and Angel Wilson.
Yes.
Do either one of you, Duvall or Tony, have any problem with the first 5?
I personally do not. I don't. No. I'm going to say no because we could say the Colt defensive player of the year. I'm always nice. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it there.
You gonna leave it there? You sure?
I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it to Duval. Duval got this.
Duval, are you okay with the first 5? Just the first 5.
AT shouldn't be on the first team. That's a reputation pick. That's just a reputation pick. She ain't play. I'm not saying she played bad defense this year, but she's not a first team all level defender. If you look at synergy stats, her synergy stats wasn't as good. But we know what time it is. They basically pick players from winning teams, and these are the players that they chose that were winning organizations, and I guess they are the best defenders for the organizations.
I got you. So you're okay with you're okay. The only person you would take off would have been AT.
Yeah. Alana Smith was a great shot blocker on the #1 defense in the league. So it's Fee. We know Fee. That's the only person that probably just as good pound for pound, man-to-man defender as Angel. She the only one that's in that conversation. Angel and Fee, then is everybody. I say Angel, Fee, and Dejanay, then is everybody else.
There you go.
But with Asia, she's not a good one-on-one defender, but she is a great help defender. That's why she get a lot of block shots. And Gabby Williams, she done a great job getting a lot of steals this year. She was 2.6 steals a game. So, you gotta give her some kudos and credit for that.
Okay. And for me, I'm okay with this 5 because, like you said, Duval, Fee and Alana Smith was on the #1 defensive team in the league, so that makes sense. Gabby was phenomenal on defense. She's very versatile, and of course, Asia, we already know. AT, I'm okay with AT too, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because she anchors that Phoenix Mercury team. Because the people that start with her, Kai, Satu, they're not great defenders. You see what I'm saying, Duval? Like Sammy Whitcomb. AT anchors that team to me. That's why I'm okay with her being on this list. But let's get to the second.
Pop it.
Now. So we all good, even though Duval says he'll throw AT ponytail out the window, but never mind. Second team, all defense. We got Aaliyah Boston, Burton, Ryan Howard, Ezzy Magbagor, and Stewie. I'll let you go, Tony.
No, so I'm going to say this. Burton, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
The rest, I can probably even throw Magbagor in there. You didn't get much from Boston until down the stretch, and that mainly came more so in the playoffs. She was wishy-washy. Now, I'm not going to take a lot away from her, but this wasn't it, right? You had a lot of games where she was missing in action. Stewie was out a lot. Why is she on here?
I do not.
Why is she on here?
It's not my turn. Keep cooking.
I got a problem with that. We can't just give positions or rewards or accolades to players because. It can't be a just because. It shouldn't be. Now, when it comes to Ryan Howard had moments, but it's still questionable. We have to fix this, guys. We can't just give out awards. Give out awards aren't. I just have a problem with this. Let's just say I got a problem with this. I got a problem with this lineup. I only one true blue on this one that I can say I'm going to give it to. But the rest of them, nah. Maybe possibly two, which is McLemore and Burton. That's it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can help you with. The rest of those are very questionable to me. And I'm gonna move on.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you, because you know a lot of this with these people voting, they running around with stats. So I'm just gonna say well, Eddie Magabor averaged 2.2 blocks a game. So I'm pretty sure that's why she's there. Brianna Stewart, I ain't even get into her statistic. And Ryan Howard averaged 1.5 steals per game. So was Veronica Burke. But I'm gonna go to Duvall. Duvall, what you like the whole list? You good?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm still looking for something, but talking to me while I'm looking for it. Again, this is reputation pick. Stewie is not a good defender anymore. And Stewie been hurt half the season. Ryan Howard been hurt quite some time. Aaliyah Boston not a good defender at all. Burton, she's good, but there, like I said, Saniya Rivers was better, and we ain't gonna get on the Angel situation. I'm gonna move past that.
Right.
And McAvoy, again, great shot blocker, but what else you do? Like I said again, this is not a good list, but we know why. Go ahead, Sir Tony.
No, I'm sorry. I disagree with you. It's not a good list. It's not a good list at all.
And so it just we know what time it is. We know why this was made. Matter of fact, I found what I
will say this before you pull up what you're looking for. I will say this. Ezzy is probably on reputation and the numbers because her blocking dominance and is kind of unmatched in that thing, and she really doesn't have a whole bunch of people close to her other than probably Asia or somebody like, you know what I'm saying? Now, far as Veronica Burton, like I think she won Most Improved Player, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm with you on Stewart missed most of the season. Yes. I don't understand that at all. Aaliyah Boston doesn't even dominate the boards. She did have, let me see what her stats are. Aaliyah Boston, she did have 1.2 steals a game, but for her being 6'5", she don't even average a block a game. She averages 0.9.
It's a bad list. It's a bad list.
Now Ryan Howard does average 1.5 steals a game, and she is a decent. Ryan Howard is a decent defender to me. That's just my opinion.
But she missed a lot of time.
But she missed. Right, that's what but she.
That's where I'm at with that.
She missed games, but like if you were just basing it off of her games that she was there, yeah, she's a good defender. But the problem is she wasn't there the whole time. It was a lot of games she missed. Same thing with Stewart. So I don't even understand why they're on their list. What I'm saying is I can deal with Andy, and I can deal with Veronica.
That's what I said. Just those two. The rest.
But the people that need to be on this list to me to take those 3 spots, and y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I think should have been Angel, Saniya Rivers, and Jackie Young. What y'all think?
Amen. I concur. So we're saying that we're not going to ever give any accolades to any players that's on a team that didn't make the playoffs? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know, but
this is a shame.
I don't know.
I thought these are won throughout the season. Where the playoffs is different, right? What is won throughout the season? You're saying that you can have the best season of your career and you can dominate, but because your team is trash, you get no credit, even for getting your team close. I mean, and I'm not using the fact that it's an Angel. I'm just using the fact that she did a phenomenal job defensively. There were some games that were mental breakdowns, but at the same time, you have more than just her. And I'm not just using just Angel. There were other players in the league that could have been on this list. Like you said, Saniya Rivers. I don't care that she was a rookie. She did her job. But because her team
was horrible,
was not good, you mean to tell me she doesn't deserve to be on this list? You mean to tell me Kiki, if we had to go with a big, didn't do a better job than Aaliyah Boston? Come on. What are we talking about here? That's crazy. This league got to stop that. This league has got to stop this. But Dejanay, yeah, she was out hurt. And that
missed so much time.
Hurt her. That hurt her, right? But was she out more than Stewie? No, she wasn't. Stewie was out more, but Stewie is on the list. What are we talking about? This is crazy. I like Stewie, but nah. What are we talking about here? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work. I'm done with it. That's insane.
Duvall, who would you have picked over? Who would have been your 5 all-defense second team?
If you could go to what I sent you on the Instagram, it'll sum up why this list was created the way it was created. You don't have to go to the second comment. You don't have to go to the second one. Go to the first. Oh, I ain't talking about this, but you can show this too. But I'll talk about what I sent you to your Instagram just now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they said Angel has a lower opponent.
You know it's gonna be hard to see.
No. I'm talking about. Nah, you could just
This is just Angel.
The one after your comment say I already have it. That next tweet I sent you. That next it's the second to the last one I sent you.
Hold on.
Well, they say Angel got the lower field goal percentage compared to Alyssa Thomas, which is 40%, and Izzy Mekabor, which is 39%, and Leah Boston, which is 42%. Angel has 37.6%, and she's 16% against false players, which is the best in the league. But
this thing you sent, are you talking about this article from with Fee on the front?
Yes, but I'm talking about the tweet. Did I send you in?
So it's not that. Hold on. But this is the same thing, right?
Yeah. You pull that up then. Because they should have.
Yeah, this is the same thing that's up on the screen.
No, you got Trendy on the screen.
Okay, Duvall, which one you talking about in the Instagram? I'm confused. Because I just pulled up the one you sent that was trendy.
Yeah.
And then the second one is the article with Fee on the front. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. You confused me.
But I was saying this shit. Well, anyway, it's like Now go down. Cause you see I say comments, right? Go down. Right there. Click on that comment.
Which one?
Right. You see I say read what the FN1 said, and then read what the
FN1.
The one that
Yes, right there. You just passed it up.
Right here, Tony.
No,
I hear you.
Before
up a little bit more. Right there.
Now read that.
Another year of Angel getting snubbed because of her team. There's no world where you can name 10 defenders better than Angel individual. I think that should count.
Now read the author reply.
Okay.
It's the next one right now.
Right here? Yeah. I hear you. I just don't. Yeah, I didn't know who the author was. I just don't view this award as simply the 10 best defenders straight up. So the way I approach this does hurt players on poor defenses, which I get. She would have been on my third team if there was one.
So she's a WNBA voter for these all defensive teams and everything. A lot of people think the way she does.
Mm-hmm.
They too much put a emphasis on team defense than individual defense. So you mean to tell me Angel got to get punished because Rachel Banner got 2 left feet?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or Angel got to be punished because they made Camila Cardoso do the MC Hammer dance while she guarding somebody.
Yep.
Okay. So Angel got to be punished because Kia Nurse got the sleepy leg.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess Angel got to be punished because Elizabeth Williams got the Toys R Us knee. I guess Angel got to be punished because Vandersloot did not apply for her AARP card at the beginning of the season.
And slip and fell.
Yeah. So what you learn in the audience.
Stupid.
So what are you learning the audience is Nola Denzel, I hope I said her name right, who is an all WNBA voter. Vote based on that criteria. Team defense. A lot of vote.
Uh-oh.
He fell off.
Yeah, he lost his mic. But anyway, yeah, so even though Angel, even Saniya Rivers, she averaged 1.5 steals a game. I don't know how Jack Young's not a good defender, but you know, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Yeah,
third team though? The hell is a third team?
They don't even do third teams. My
never heard of it before in my life.
My problem is with this whole thing is, but Stewie who hasn't even played. I don't get that at all. Stewie, I'm just still screaming. Like Stewie? I mean, the trip part about that is New York wasn't a highly defense. I'll bring them up here, but hold on. New York was not a high. So why are you picking Stewie? I don't get that at all. I don't get.
I'm surprised they didn't pick. I'm surprised they picked Caitlin, and Caitlin didn't even play. Child, look at here. This place, these choices are beyond me.
Because even with the voters, if we going by the notion that they like to pick, like the ball was saying before he got clicked out, they like to pick players off the best defensive teams, right?
Yeah.
The Liberty wasn't one of the best defensive teams.
But there was a playoff team. They have a reputation.
Right.
And that's because you got to think about Jacquel Jones, same thing. She would have got voted all defensive team this year. She wouldn't have got hurt as long as Stewart did. It's about reputation and picking the best defensive players on defensive teams. Because think about this. Like I said, Ryan Howard got picked from Atlanta. You know, like I said, Lana Smith.
They were the number 2 team defensively.
Yeah. Yes.
Valkyrie. But my conversation is the Liberty ain't there at all. But I get where you're coming from.
His reputation, like I said, Stewie ain't been a good defender for the last 2 years. Last year she wasn't a good defender either.
Right.
Like I said, it's comical how much better of a defender Angel is compared to a lot of people on that list. But again, we know what the politics behind it is. Like I said, if the Chicago Sky's not winning, they gonna hold it against her.
Yep.
But I don't understand why they gonna hold it against her when her team, from a defensive standpoint, is incompetent, and her coach is incompetent. So she getting held against her for things that's not in her control.
Mm-hmm.
Again, why she should get punished because Michaela Unwebe played like she got hot booty. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why she get punished because Michaela played like she got heroes in her ass. I don't get it.
You are no good, Duval.
I ain't trying to roast. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not hard not to roast.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
I'm trying hard not to roast. Like I said, because you know I can go in. But I'm just saying, why is she getting punished for other people not caring about defense at all? As long as she did her job as a defender, that what should be rewarded. Not when her teammates want to be on vacation when it comes to defense. Like I said again, Rachel Benner will not turn down a shot that she don't like. But she'll turn down guard somebody that she don't feel like guarding.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
McBucket was better than never mind.
Yeah.
Defensively.
Yes, of course.
McBucket was better than some of these people on this list. Stewart shouldn't be there at all.
Put it this way.
Not at all.
Put it this way. Angel was top 10 in assists. I mean, she was top 10 in steals, number 1 in defensive rebounding, and top 20 in blocks. Left off the list.
Yep.
1.6 steals a game. Lead rebounder by a mile. And 0.8 blocks a game, which made her 20th on the list. Didn't make it. She didn't make it because Ariel Atkins played defense like she was a cockroach. That's not my fault. That's not Ariel's fault. That Ariel Atkins played defense like she was a cockroach. Like when she in the dark, she go everywhere. But once you turn light on, she's scattering. I did.
That is a good question. Good question in the chat, Duval, for your expertise. Why they ain't pick Jackie Young then?
Because I think with Jackie Young, by the time they made their surge, they gave all the credit to Asia. That's what they did. That's why Asia got the MVP. They gave all the credit to her. And that's just the reality of the situation. I think if the Vegas Aces would have played start to finish, the 2 seed, I think Jackie Young would have got her just due. But because Asia went on such a tear, they just gave all the credit to Asia. And unfortunately, and let's be honest, blocks are more sexy to voters than steals. And Jackie Young wasn't in top 10 of steals or blocks. And I think that will hurt Jackie Young as well. Now, you have to be a film watcher to watch the film on how good Jackie Young is as a one-on-one individual defender. But if you just a box score watcher, or if you just an analytics watcher, you going to discount everything Jackie Young has done because those things not going to favor Jackie Young as highly as she should be favored.
But even this article you have me pull up, Monique Okoa as the individual defensive rating of 95.
Mm-hmm.
And stops, blocks, and steals 1.6. Okay. I mean, that's a phenomenal defensive rating. Even then, Breonna Jones is on here. Oh, I just don't like it. Stu is on here because Stu ain't played for like 12 games. So I guess for the game she played, she got this 96.7.
That's why I'm saying she shouldn't be on there because she didn't play enough games. It should be a criteria on how many games you play as well. Of course, it's going to look like that.
And the worst defensive rating on this little graphic here is the Leah Boston.
Angel would have blew her away in both categories, except for the block. She got Angel by 2. Steals, Angel got her by 4. Angel got Ryan Howard by 1. She down by Ryan Howard by 1. And like I said, Izzy, yeah, she blew away in blocks, but Angel blew away her in steals and defensive rebounding. Brianna Stewart, both categories was category with the blocks. Stewie got her, and then steals, Angel got her, and then Brianna Jones.
But it's not really a comparison because she didn't play as many. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. So what y'all saying is we'll chuck the whole second team defense list completely out the door. We wouldn't need, we done with it.
Yeah, I would have kept Burton and like I said, I would have kept Burton and Izzy McAboy. Like I said, I don't think she had a good year this year that she did last year, but I would have kept them. I would have kept them. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't have a phone.
I would have kept. Yeah, those were the 2 I would have kept too. I just, I was just wondering. They keep claiming it's about this, but they move the goalpost so much. I don't even know what they value anymore. You value that the team defense is good. You value that one great player went on a run, so screw the rest of the players. You value blocks over steals. You value what? Deval.
I'm gonna tell you what it comes down to. It what happened to the MVP. Remember, the MVP used to be the best individual player. Now the MVP is the best player on the best team. Same thing with Heisman. Heisman used to be the best individual player. Now the Heisman is not only got to be the best player on the best team, but you got to have a signature moment closer to the end of the year. It just, I think these voters, when you get these human votes, they change the criteria as they go, instead of the standard being the standard.
So even though Angel Reese is holding opponents' field goal percentage to 37%, it's not going to matter until she's on a good team.
Yep. And the worst part is she holding opponents in the post 16%. 16%.
But it's not going to matter until the team is not ass.
Basically. And that's a shame. This is why. So when people ask, why does Angel wrote that article, well, why she said the stuff she said in that article, because you taking accolades out of her pocket based on teammates and competence. And if I'm Angel, why would I be okay with me not getting the accolades that I deserve, knowing that I am doing my job individually? See, this is what people don't understand. It's not gonna hurt Angel per se, but it will hurt other people under the same circumstances. Though other people will be this. They know these all defensive teams and stuff. They factors in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
So when you're not giving people they just do when it comes to the accolades that they deserve, you are screwing them out of their Hall of Fame eligibility. And so reason why I want her Angel because what Angel got her feather in her back pocket is she's the best rebounder to ever do it. She's the best rebounder to ever do it. Even if she retired tomorrow, all the all-time greats and everybody else already said she's the best rebounder to ever do it. So she got that. So that alone gonna get her in the Hall of Fame. That alone gonna get her first ballot Hall of Fame. You know, she is so much more than just a great rebounder. But there are gonna be other people who gonna get missed out on these all defensive teams and stuff like that because of team success. And that's gonna be unfair to those individuals. They're gonna get held down in Hall of Fame consideration because of it.
I'm sorry. Michael White said Rachel Bannon would defend the taco truck to death, but she can't keep up with the girls in the W.
That's a shame.
I'm sorry, Devon. Fun fact. Stewie has been on 6 straight all defensive teams. They just pencil her in. They don't care how she plays.
Yeah, they just pencil her in.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. Well, I mean, it's crazy.
It's the offensive lineman in NFL football. Once you get voted into the Pro Bowl as the offensive lineman, bar that you don't get injured that year, you still get voted into the Pro Bowl.
Kind of like the guy from Dallas. He kept going back and forth no matter how many injuries, and he was still a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Zach Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zach Martin was the best guard in the last decade. I'm not gonna hold you, but
no, I'm not gonna hold you on that either.
I'm not hold you on that one either.
I'm not gonna hold you on that one either because he's really good, but he had a lot of injuries throughout them seasons, and you were just sitting there wondering, okay, he ain't play, but okay.
But that's how it goes. That's the game, and that's unfortunate. That's why I said put it this way: if Sherry would have did her job and drafted Angel Reese on the links,
she would have all these awards.
She would have won Defensive Player of the Year either last year or this year. She would have won it straight out.
Yep.
She would have won it outright either last year or this year. If she was on the links like she was supposed to be, she would have won Defensive Player of the Year either last year or this year.
I think she was on any other team other than Chicago Sky. She was on it.
She said any other.
I'm being 100, right? Because she also had an opportunity to be on the Sparks. I mean, she would have won it even there. She just, we know for sure the links, right?
Reason why I would say the links because the links, if you how like I said, how I showed you what that lady who is a all WNBA voter, a lot of those voters are voting on who is the best defender on the best team.
Right.
If that would have been the criteria, last year you probably would have gave it the fee. You know, it would have been close with Angel if she was on the same team. This year she would have especially got it because they would have gave it to fee twice.
But you know what, Devon? To Tony's point, that's just like Golden State. Like if she would have just been on a competent, I think Angel on the Sparks, they go to the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, she on the Sparks, they go to playoffs. Even with Brinks going down, they go to playoffs. Even this year with Brinks coming back, but Rakia, it would have been her versus Rakia, right? Mm-hmm. With what they had and adding Angel and having De'Erica, they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, but no, I get where he's coming from, but I do agree with Tony. Like if she would have been on any competent team that was just competent.
She would,
because she's such a defensive force. She would make even a middle of the pack team better. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
Golden State would have been the next best example. If she was on that Golden State team, she would have won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, yeah.
Atlanta, she probably would have won it. Seattle, she would have won it. Phoenix, she would have won it.
Right.
I want to say the Spark, she would have made them better, and they would have been a playoff team. But you still would have had the Lynx that would have been the number one defensive team. They would have want to give it to somebody from that team the last 2 years. But like I said, if you would have had her on one of these top 5 teams, it would have been close enough where even somebody on the links would have been in consideration, Angel would have won it over them because, like I said, individual defense, she's her and Fee and Dejanay is on a level they own.
Right.
And Angel is better at getting steals than even Fee. One-on-one. I'm talking one-on-one defender. She's a better defender one-on-one even than Fee. Dejanay is probably better than Angel, but not by much, just slightly.
Right.
But again, if she would have been on one of those top 5 teams, she would have won Defensive Player of the Year. Forget being on first or second all-team defense. She would have won Defensive Player of the Year. And I would say the same thing with Saniya Rivers. If she was on one of those top 5 teams, she would probably have got first team all defense.
Yeah.
That's how the voting goes now. It goes off of best defensive player on the best team.
Well, we got about 10 goalposts, so we are. It is what it is with the politics of the WNBA. I mean, and then you got the politics of the WNBA because as a mega board, it made 4 straight all defensive teams too. Mm-hmm. So you got the politics of that going on, of people that are just, they pencil them in before the season even start. Mm-hmm. And then you got the politics that's going on inside the Chicago Sky. As long as all that stuff is going on, I'm sorry, guys. She's not going to make no defensive teams. And she's not going to get no awards. It is what it is. Until they clean that whole thing up, or if she go to another team, she just going to be out there giving it her all, but she won't be recognized.
And all of that, they ain't even, the team usually seeing like submissions of who they campaigning for. Even last year, they sent a submission for Angel to be all defense. They ain't even sent one this year.
Nope, they did not.
You know what's his name? We're gonna send one.
Yeah, no, they did not.
They truly. That's why I said this is a Cold War. They truly upset with Angel.
Yeah, they are. They like you don't need nothing.
Yeah, Angel pull out their dirty laundry. That's what she did. She did their laundry, and they upset about that. They don't post on none of the social medias no more. They treat her like she off the team.
Yeah. I went to the social media. I think they had Camilla up there, and I think maybe Eric. But something going on, Devon. But we're gonna get to the next topic before we get up out of here. And the next topic is about Adam Silver talking about his girlfriend. No, that ain't right. Talking about his girl, his pick, Cathy Engelbert. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna read. Because I knew he was gonna talk at some point, but he said, "Look, y'all better go sit y'all $5 selves down." Somebody asked him, let me bring this up, about the dispute between players and the WNBA commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, and CBA negotiations. And he called the issue unfortunate. He said, and I quote, this is Adam Silver, "I think it's unfortunate, particularly at this moment when, as the league, we love all the attention to be on these incredible finals. We saw 2 fantastic games, and the quality of play on the floor has never been greater. We do need to sit down and negotiate a new collective bargaining agreement with the players. The WNBA is experiencing some growth pains at the same time. Cathy Engelbert has presided over 6 years of some of the strongest growth we've not only seen in the W, but any sports league in history." He went on to say, "But it's become too personal, and we're going to have to work through those issues. And of course, I'll be available to help in any way I can. I'm not planning to step in at the moment, but I have strong relationships with many of the constituent groups in the W. They know the main issue here is getting a new collective bargaining agreement done, and then focusing on collectively how we can continue to grow the W along the same trajectory we've seen over the last 6 years. That is what Adam Silver had to say. And before I let y'all go, I'm going to let y'all hear what Satu had to say in regards to his "it's getting personal" comments.
It is very personal because the WNBA wants to forbid us to make a lot of more money than we're ever going to make here, what it seems like in other leagues. So it's very personal. People have families. This is our job. We make more money in China, Russia, Turkey than here. So it is very personal, and I don't think why it shouldn't become personal.
How much is personal?
It is very.
Satu say it is personal because y'all trying to limit how much money we make, and I got to go to other countries to make that money. And all you talking about is stuff being personal. But also in Adam Silver's comments, he looked like he amen Cathy Engelbert because she oversaw the growth of the W. And he also said he don't think he should step in at this moment because he thinks she can work it out. But he does acknowledge that it's getting personal. And he has a lot of influence within the groups that he labeled them as constituent groups that govern the W. Duvall?
Yes.
What you think of Adam Silver in his comments?
I think he getting forced into being involved in a situation that he didn't want to be involved in, but because this got too messy from both sides, and most importantly, it has gotten to a point where this stuff is starting to become on not just sports radio show, but Good Morning America and NBC Today and stuff like that. And when you get on those type of channels, that means it's national. That means nationwide. So from that standpoint, he has to step in and alleviate and help assist with this situation because it can get to a point where people might look at Cathy Engelbert as a bully, might look at the WNBA as bullying their players, might look at the NBA as not being a players' league. So from that standpoint, they have to come to a resolution because if they don't, it will be a bad nightmare PR wise for the WNBA overall, especially with the growth of the WNBA the last 2 years. So he needs to step in and assist as any way they can, and hopefully they can come to a resolution where everybody can be happy. But because those women has leverage, based on what I said last time on Full Court Trio, they don't have to come back to the table. They could just sit out until they get everything that they ask for.
Yep.
They're not in no rush to settle for an agreement when they have the most leverage that they ever had in their lives. So they have to do this right. They have to make the timing now. Even that means miss a game. Because like I said again, when it comes to a rival, because it's fee lead and because they have a big TV network backing them, they can have two unrivaled seasons. One in January and one in May. They could do a 3-on-3 league during the January through March. They could do a 5-on-5 league from May to August. They don't have to come back and play in the WNBA this year. WNBA gonna be in a bad bind because they got two teams that supposed to come in and they supposed to do expansion drafts and everything, and free agency and draft and all that good stuff. How can you do all that with no CBA agreement in place?
Right.
So at some point, the pressure gonna be on the WNBA. It's not gonna be on the players because the players got the leverage. They could sit out for a year and they still gonna get paid by TNT. But what the WNBA gonna do if the league is not on schedule and the two teams that already paid their expansion fees to be in this league not getting everything that they deserve and ask for because the league is not starting on time? I land.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. It seemed like to me and what I'm gonna say before Tony go. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a video, and then we're gonna get to Tony. But I'm gonna say this: it seems like right now he think she can still work it out. You know, that's the gist I got from his comment. He thinking she can still work it out. If she can't work it out, then he'll have to come in. But he's hoping that she can work it out without his interference. Hold on, let's listen to a little bit from Good Follow. Then I get to Tony.
Adam Silver himself has chimed in and addressed the situation directly, saying Cathy Engelbert has presided over historic growth in the league, but there's no question that there's issues that we need to address with our players, not just economic, there's relationship issues as well. I'm confident we can fix those over time, and this league can continue to be on the rocket trajectory that it's on right now.
I like him chiming in. I would love for Adam, since we're a brother-sister league, to go to some of the CBA negotiations, sit in the room, hear what the women have to say, hear some of their concerns, and let's go from there. Let's build something.
I'm here to tell you that NBA leadership is very much abreast on what's happening in these CBA negotiations. She's not the only decision maker who is denying some of the requests of these players. Cathy, as Adam Silver has pointed out, has had success as a commissioner. She's also had some flaws. She's business success, but struggled to connect with the players and show the right empathy at times. In our society, it's often easy to pile on a woman. And here is a figurehead who may not have, who likely doesn't have complete agency. She's definitely reporting into all the different ownership groups of the WNBA. That's the NBA. That's the team owners. There's a small investment group. It's even Nike. It actually might be easier for all of those parties I just mentioned to keep her as that forward-facing kind of scapegoat. Let her take the blame and do the dirty work, while behind the scenes, they're the ones that can escape criticism and push for giving the women less. Not even sure that making Cathy this central lone figure, like that's a villain in this story, is actually benefiting the quest of the players, because it might actually be creating this convenient veil of cover.
So I got a question.
Before you let Sister Tony go, I got a couple questions myself.
Okay.
First of all, you right there. Stop it right there.
Yeah, I'm just putting a face up.
Roscoe Oswald, is you on that salmon salsa cream? Cause you look she look a little too white on there, and she brown skin. I seen that person. She on that salmon salsa cream. So we need to investigate that part. Figure that out.
She just exfoliating. Stop that, Devon.
She did. She exfoliated her skin.
She looked like she had a pack of Dunkin' Donuts, and you the white kind too, the powder. That's wrong. First of all, and then secondly, do we got Wakanda, aka Isis Young, on this video too?
That's Angel McCarty. That ain't
my fault.
Yeah, Angel, the same one that said that our Angel needed to go get 100,000 from her people to give her teammate 10,000 each.
Look, I only played that because I wanted to know if y'all think they just using Cathy as the scapegoat.
Well,
Cathy really don't have no power. She just executing whatever decisions that are being made.
Now, before I get out the way, so I'm gonna let Sister Tona answer this. Angel McConkey, the one that said Angel need to share money, her little money. Well, you know what Angel need to do? Take that cover girl money that she getting from cover girl and give it to her ass.
Damn.
Yeah, dress up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get an upgrade, Angel. I thought she was Wakanda. I ain't know. I had to ask.
Oh my God.
So Angel, take some of that cover girl money that you got for the Chicago Sky, and you pass a care package to her, and you know what I'm saying, and help her out. You know what I'm saying, with your care team, because Angel got a care team. She got a hair team and care team. You know what I'm saying? She just like Megan Thee Stallion. God, I'm out the way. You got Sister Tony.
Look, can we get back to the topic?
The hell I was gonna say.
Right. Well, I'll bring you back, Tony.
But no, so here's the deal.
Is Cathy
right?
being used like a $2 heifer?
At this point, you could say yes and you can say no. It's a two-part because Cathy knows she's a businesswoman, right? She knows exactly what she's doing. She knew what she was saying when she was in those interviews with V and NECA, right? So if she was woman enough to make the statements and the claims that she made, she needs to be woman enough to come out and own up to the things that she said and stand her ground. However, we know how this goes. You are to never admit when you're wrong. Never admit fault unless someone else in that room is going to come out and claim that you said what you said. Then it's always going to be my word against yours type of situation. That's just how it goes. But no, the women have a leg up in this league always. And yes, she will get thrown under the bus. And no, he's not going to speak on her behalf unless he feels that she failed. What she said to him behind closed doors is, I got this and I'm going to make it right. That's what she said. You ain't got to step in. I've been able to do this. Oh, they'll get over it. No, they're not going to get over it because they're in a position now where they're going to be able to make things work in their favor. Because it's not just one or two. Now you got everybody. You have all the players on one accord, and that's what you need. You need a solid foundation, and that's what you have in these women right now. And if one thing that I've seen thus far is when I say they rocking with feet, they rocking with feet till the wheels fall off. Man, them wheels could have flat tires, nails in them, pins in them. They could be break back or whatever you want to call them, but they're rocking with her whichever way you want the wheels to turn, but she is in it regardless on how you want to put it. And so exactly what she just said, they're not worried about that. They're going to get money anyway, like the ball said. So yeah, I'm with you on.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna read this comment, then I gotta ask Duval a question.
Go ahead.
Duval, they said, hey, Duval, I swear I don't know how you didn't get arrested at the Chiefs game, running up and down the stairs in your Angel pink sneakers and shorts. Laugh out loud. Love Duval. Stay.
Because no racist cop be worried about the other people. They don't be worried about me. They be giving people tickets for no reason. They be, you know what I'm saying? They be bothering drunks for no reason. See, they worry about that stuff. They don't worry about me with an Angel Reese jersey on and screaming Duval County. They just think I'm just part of them. That's how Jacksonville is. You look at some of them on TikTok videos. Y'all see Jacksonville be in the news, but punching people and then they get away with it.
Right. But I on a serious note, I got a question, Duval. So to your point that you made so eloquently, if she don't get this done, what do Adam Silver do?
He gonna have to step in.
He gonna have no choice.
Do you foresee her getting it done?
Nah, not at the moment. Cause like I said, the women got all the leverage. This is the one situation where the players got the leverage. The players got the most leverage in this situation since baseball in 2008. And reason why I say baseball in 2008 because everybody knew baseball had the strongest union ever. And the only reason why the baseball union got weaker because of the steroid era. And once the steroid era happened and the black eye that the players were getting from the fans because of the steroid era, that was losing some of their leverage that they used to have. Because baseball players used to love going on strike. They just live for going on strike.
Yeah.
But those other leagues don't have no leverage because they don't have nowhere else to go. Nor those other leagues can't get startup leagues to come up because if you need TV deals, all the TV deals are in bed with the major sports. The Rob is the one league that got the TV deal from a TV network that is grade A bidder at the NBA for screwing them over out of their next TV deal. So they'll want nothing more but to stick it to the NBA and the WNBA by funding unravel, if not for 1 or 2 seasons in the same year. So those women don't have to cave and take a less than favorable deal. And so they can sit out. They can sit out the rest of this year. What are you going to do, WNBA? What are you going to do, NBA? It's going to look bad on you because now those fans not going to jump on the players because the players going to be playing. They're just not going to be playing for you. They're going to jump on the WNBA teams because now they're going to be like, you letting a year go to waste knowing that you made more money the last 2 years than you ever did in your tenure at WNBA franchises, and you stop and leave for a few dollars. That's how they're looking at it. Because from what I read, and I think I sent this to you too, the WNBA last year made $1 billion. They made $200 million. They made $200 million pre-Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, so pre-2024. Last year they made $1 billion. So they are making money. And so you can't no longer lie and say y'all broke. Y'all far from broke. And those fans know that. So that's why I said the players got all the leverage. They can sit out till they get everything they want. And they're going to do that. And so Al Silver going to have to step in and bend the knee and do some mea culpa, because at the end of the day, the longer this goes on, the more it hurts new franchises that want to come in and start up their own teams in the WNBA. Because remember, 2 teams supposed to start out this year, and then ain't it next year the Detroit and the Cleveland supposed to start their team? Or is that 2028? So 2 years from now. So Detroit and Cleveland supposed to start their team 2028. This year supposed to be the what? The Fire and Toronto Drakes. You on mute, Keisha.
Oh, am I on mute?
Yeah, you're on mute. You did this enough, God. You're a professional.
You know what? You make me sick. I'm going to slap you around. But you know what? I did want to show y'all one last video before we get up out of here, because we ain't got but okay, we got 10 minutes. I'm going to do a quick chat. So, Nafisa Kaya said, bump Cathy Engelbert. And she carried her butt over there to talk to Kamala Harris.
I thought you talked to Michelle Obama. It was Kamala Harris?
It was Kamala Harris. It was not Michelle Obama.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. We're going to listen to a little bit. All right. Let me get it out here. Let me see here. Let me bring this back. All right, here we go.
I am on the union for our CBA negotiations, like our collective bargaining negotiations for our league. And so for so long, I felt like I saw what was going on behind closed doors. For so long, we tried to have these conversations and move the needle in those meetings that we would have, and I saw nothing was changing. Coaches winning and losing alike were complaining about things over and over again, players over and over again, and we weren't seeing a change that our leadership was trying to make. And I think I just got to the point. You talked about this with me backstage, and it just resonated so much. It's just like whether I was going to get annihilated for this or people were going to support me, I felt what I was doing was right. I felt like it needed to be said. So no matter the consequences, I felt like it was something that needed to be done.
I do got a quick question.
Go ahead.
I got a couple quick questions, to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Fee. How come Fee became the face of the WNBA players when the player president is NECA?
It is.
So how she become the face? How she become the face and the voice of the WNBA players when the president is NECA? Now, secondly, and this is the most important question.
It might be working in tandem, but go ahead.
Nah, it ain't working in tandem. I think Fee used her league to debo.
No, what I'm saying is they were, because they are on the same thing together. They that's what she was just telling to Pamela, I'm pretty sure Nneka knew about the statement. But go ahead.
Now, I ain't saying she don't know about the statement. I think all the players knew about the statement. What I'm saying is this. Nneka should be the one that's articulating what's going on in these meets and stuff like that. She should be the voice of the WNBA player. But it seems like Fee used her lead to depot that spot, and she became the WNBA spokesman for the players. That's what weird to me. And I remember somebody saying something on Twitter when it came to Fee is like her using her husband and what he's doing for the Unrivaled League and for the commissioner makes the situation very uncomfortable. And the reason why I say it makes the situation uncomfortable that the person said on Twitter is because it's like she's trying to position him to become the WNBA commissioner.
You ready for me to respond?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, hit it.
I think what is going on here is twofold. I think the actual thing is kind of strategic in my mind. I think Fee was all right with blowing up her relationship with the commissioner so that Nneka can continue her relationship because she's not going from here on forward. She is not going to negotiate with Fee at all. So you couldn't have Nneka doing both.
Yeah.
It's strategy. But that's my take.
Yeah.
They could do it both, like
blow up the relationship with the CBA negotiations, and be out front. Now Nneka can still go in that room and negotiate
and do what
behind
she
the
do.
scenes while Fee is out front.
Good cop, bad cop. I guess.
Yeah.
But I think people start to feel like Fee is using her lead to leverage that CBA deal.
But guess what? You acknowledge that that's one of the reasons why they got leverage.
Of course, they got huge leverage because of that.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. She became the spokesman,
and to me, it's strategic.
Very strategic. And people feel like she's trying to use her husband to become the next commissioner.
I think he's okay with being the commissioner of their league.
Okay.
I don't think he wants to be anywhere near this foolishness.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to do what he want to do.
Right. Yeah, he don't want to.
Cathy Engelbert answers to too many people. He don't have to deal with none of that. And he's still running a better league than her.
Right.
I don't think he covered that job at all. At least I wouldn't cover it.
Oh, okay.
But that's just my opinion on that. Why would I leave why would I leave my league for a bureaucracy?
And I want to make it clear to the audience, I'm not saying that it was reported that Fee wanted her husband to be the WNBA commissioner. That was what alleged on Twitter. People are speculating that.
Yeah,
so I've seen some
of the Clark, I've seen some of the I've seen some of it, but that's just my opinion. Now, people can disagree with me, but I just think why Fee is over there telling Cathy Engelbert she ain't meeting with her, she going out here to talk to Kamala Harris is very interesting. That, like you say, Nneka is very quiet, just sitting back there, and she's a very analytical woman. She's sitting back there taking all the little notes and all of that stuff. So when they go up in that room, she can speak. Fee can just sit there because the relationship is already blown up. They're not going to talk to Fee.
I'm going to say this. I feel like this, right? I think that Fee was very emotional. She was very upset. Like she said, she grew tired because the things that she was talking about, they were going unheard. They were going on deaf ears. And she said what she said. And it was done strategically all at the same time. Like you said, Nneka is the individual that's not going to let you catch her off guard or off her game as to what is important for the women as a whole. She's not going to let you catch her off guard. That's just how she is. But I don't see where Fee used it as a leverage. I think she did do it in a way, as you said, to sit back and let Nneka do what she do best and not speak, because if she were to speak, it would come out in a way that would not be very pleasing or helpful to her or the ladies in the league. So I do believe that this being done when it was done and how it was done was probably best, and not later thereafter. That's how I feel.
I agree.
So y'all saying that Nneka is not an eloquent speaker in public? I mean,
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the person that's out front don't need to be the person in the room. Because sometimes you can't negotiate in the room in good faith if you out front running your mouth. That's all I'm saying. The person in the room needs to be somebody that's not running around saying, I hate Cathy Engelbert. Because then it gets contentious in the room.
I get it.
You know, I wouldn't want to talk to somebody that we going back and forth calling each other a liar. At least I wouldn't want to negotiate with her if she called me a liar and I call her a liar. I ask for another representative. Yeah, we don't need. I don't want to talk to that chick no more. She already say what she feel about me, so I'm done with that. Can you send me another rep? Because I don't want to talk to her. And then she publicly didn't take my my meeting that I set up. Yeah, we done. So somebody is like a bad cop, good cop. Cops do it all the time. One come up in there and act like they like you, and the other one act like they hate you. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, Fee was the one that was more insulated to me than the rest of them to be out front.
Gotcha.
And then she can split herself off from the whole negotiation thing. Because y'all say it's a conflict, bro. So they didn't even listen to me in the room. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just like sometimes my mama send me in to talk for her. It's not because I'm more eloquent than her. It's just that she'd already cussed them out. Duval.
Yeah, I think you misunderstanding what I'm saying. It's not. I'm not saying that she's a competent speaker. I'm not saying that about Nneka. I'm not asking that because I'm asking that because, put it this way, and this is the best way I could describe it. Jasmine Crockett. There's people that feel like Jasmine Crockett would do a lot better if she was running for like Senate or president or anything like that than somebody like Booker or other politicians that's African American, because the way she speaks in front of the media, she's very charismatic. She's very witty. She very like, she always have her words together. It seems like that's Fee. Fee, like she very articulate the way she know how to break down things in the media where people will side with her, if that makes sense. Where people feel like, you know what I'm saying, they'll sympathize with her, they gravitate towards her, and maybe Nneka don't have that same type of, you know what I'm saying, gravitas. Because let's not forget, when we go back to the remember that report with Seattle when they with the Jewel Lloyd situation? Remember they said that they used to have to kick Nneka out of meetings because she was the WNBA president, because they ain't trust her. They thought she was a rat. I don't think that would have happened if that was Fee. I think Fee would have been in those rooms, even as a WNBA president in that same organization, because I think Fee know how to talk to people in a way where she know how to rally people around her. I don't think Nneka maybe don't have that type of give for gab or that type of gift. If that makes sense.
It makes sense, but I'm gonna use your Jasmine Crockett example, right? She is charismatic when she's in front of the camera. She does go at the powers that be and tells them about themselves and all that. That's good and dandy, right? But you also know when you go into that room where nobody can see you in front of that camera, some of them people might not work with you because of what you said on that camera. And that can hinder the negotiations.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Not that Jasmine Crockett is wrong in anything she's saying, but because her delivery is so what you call it, potent, so effective,
inspired.
Yeah, and respected, then now that you come into the room and the door closed, oh no, player, I don't even want to deal with you.
You're intimidating.
You didn't, right.
You're intimidating. The way you can control the media is very intimidating to me.
Correct.
Made me uncomfortable.
And if I start talking to you and negotiating with you, it could go left for me because I'm not as good as you with the media.
As articulate as you know what I'm saying.
And Cathy's already losing. And think about this, she's already losing the battle. She's not gonna talk to Fee.
Yeah.
She's gonna talk to whoever was resonating with the masses, the public. She's not gonna talk to them people no more. She's already in a hot boiling water. You know, so what I'm saying is, I think Nneka could have came. She's very respected too. I think she could have said the same thing and probably got the same reaction. But somebody needs to be in the room. That's all I'm saying. And they can't be the same person.
That's why I disagree with you at.
Because even Jasmine Crockett meets issues when she go in the room.
I think, and this is no shade to Nneka. Like I said again, she's great speaker. She's well respected, well liked. I don't think she is as light as she is Fee.
I mean, you know, that's semantic. I'm pretty sure Fee is just a lot of people like Fee. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because like I said, Nneka, a lot of people ain't like Nneka in her own locker room. So if some people don't like you in your own locker room, Lord knows how they feel about you around the league. Fee, what we can say about Fee is verbatim. Most players love Fee. Fee probably the only person that could probably get Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the same room. And I don't think too many people could do that.
Nneka could do that.
I don't think
because people respect her. It's not really like a like thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, they respect her. So
yeah.
I just think, to me, to be honest, just to sum this all up, to me, because I gotta go. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. To me, I don't know if that's the Players Association president should be out there waging war in public.
Yeah.
That's just, I would find me a different spokesperson so I can do my thing behind the scenes to help the players. I don't want to do anything that harm my negotiations for the players. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I was saying in the NFL, they when I forgot the man's name, but he had just stepped down. The NFLPA president.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, I know who you're talking about.
DeMorris Tucker, something like that.
DeMorris, he stepped down?
Yeah, he's no longer the NFLPA.
But he got into getting contentious back and forth with Roger Goodell.
And I want to say he's just speaking in public and still have negotiations in private.
Yeah, but you know how it was. A lot of times he lost.
And Michelle Roberts did the same thing with the NBA.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess in those situations they ain't have no choice. But I guess with DeMorris Smith.
That's his name. Yeah.
But like with
a lot of people criticized him because of it.
Yes.
You
And
know,
Geno Shaw too. Geno Shaw before him got criticized a lot. But I guess with the WNBA, they taking a different tactic. They're taking a good cop, bad cop tactic, which could work.
It can because that league is so up and coming. It's not like DeMar Smith was like over a league that's like really established, but in their league, there's the in this league it's small enough now that all these ladies know each other. So you know what I mean? Like it's just a different cultural, it's a different dynamic. That's what I would say. It's a different dynamic than the NFL. In the NFL, yeah, it's like what 53 people on each team, getting all them people together. They only got 153, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
and my one last example, before you get out of here, just like Caitlin Clark is a very elegant and articulate woman, but she's not good with speaking in the media. But Angel, great at it. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I say I want to make it clear to the audience. I'm not saying somebody ain't smart because they can't speak in front of the media. Some people just get stage fright. Some people are shy. Some people get tongue tied, and they can't articulate their words.
Not good at it. Yeah.
Because people don't understand when it comes to public speaking, it's not just about your words. It's about looking people in the eye while you're talking, and you have to talk a certain way where you won't be judged on the way you talk, especially if you're an African American woman, because they'll like to use the way you speak as a stereotype, as a crutch to hold against you. So you really have to be eloquent and articulate and really charismatic when it comes to talking to the media to get what you need from the media, which is sympathy.
Well, I gotta go because the game starts in like 3 minutes.
Yep.
Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hit the like button. I don't know if I said that enough times, but hit the like button on the way out the door. Thank you, Tony and Duvall for rocking with me. Great conversation. I like it. I like it a lot. We out of here, chat.
Peace
and hair grease. Tony, you still woke? We got to go call the game. Bye, chat. We out. Thank you, Duvall.
Yes, thank you.
All right.